Welcome back to the show, folks. This is the Shankly Sessions, the Liverpool podcast we bring each and every week. This is a little Liverpool West Ham build-up. Said we'd take a look at this. We didn't get a chance to do a preview, so we do a little build-up there this morning. This is a massive game for both teams. Both teams flying high in the Premier League at the moment. Not a whole lot in it. West Ham going down last week to Man City, of course, after taking the lead through James Ward-Prowse. But there's been a lot of talk and a lot of narrative about this. Both teams also coming in on the back of Europa League wins where both had to turn their situation around. We were very poor first half against Lask. Second half came out, launched the big guns, and then that turned the whole game around to pick up another win coming from behind. Not necessarily the ideal situation for us, but again, it just shows the strength of that mentality that's there. West Ham in a similar vein of form, obviously picking up the loss against Man City with James Ward-Prowse, which is these days no sin when you look at how Man City play and stuff like that. But there's a real opportunity now, if we can pick up a win today and come again within 2 points of Man City. Big things coming out of that game yesterday. Rodri, obviously, with that straight red, could miss anywhere between 3 to 5 games. We know how big a player he is for Man City. We know they've got a fantastic squad. Maximum points, 6 games, 18 points so far for Man City, and I keep on calling it every week. You could easily see this Man City side going invincible this season, no doubt about it. But there's been a lot of talk around this game today. David Moyes coming out, puffing out his chest, talking about results he has had before against Liverpool. We seen the interview during the week with Mikel Antonio talking about how West Ham are confident they're going to come and win, which hasn't happened in recent times at Anfield, that's for sure. Liverpool looking to go, I think it's 14 or 15 unbeaten at Anfield. I think 16 or 17 unbeaten at the moment. On a fabulous run, really showing the mentality at times to come from behind. Going to be interesting to see who the gaffer picks for this game as well. It's going to be a very, very interesting lineup, looking at West Ham and the dangers that they possess. When you look at their lineup and stuff like that, who's in there? Ward-Prowse, of course, has gone in there. What a dead ball specialist that guy is. So we can't afford to be coughing up easy chances or set pieces around the box. Also, we have in there as well Bone. We know how good Jared Bone is, often linked to us and stuff like that. Real danger man, head down runs at it. Kudus could announce himself to the Premier League, but hopefully, fingers crossed, not today. Ben Rama, we know what he brings. And of course, the outspoken Mikel Antonio, who has been switched out onto the left side, who is getting much more joy at these days than just being straight up the middle. An absolute powerhouse. We know the strength that he possesses and stuff like that. So we're going to really have to be on our game today. So when you think about it in terms of team news and stuff like that, I think there's no issues with both teams. I think most people are available. I know we're still struggling at the moment. We may or may not have Trent. I don't think he's going to be in there. And we also know Thiago is struggling to come back as well. Little bit of news coming out as well this week we have to talk about, of course. I really thought that at this stage, looking at what we did in the summer, that we had moved on a little bit from Sentiment FC. But it really worries me at the moment now that there's talk of contract talks for Joel Matip and Thiago Alcantara, and obviously Costas one is going on as well. A few concerns around that. First of all, I think Matip should probably move on at this stage. I think we need to get much more strength and depth in that central defensive area. I don't think when you see that we switch down into those two boys, yeah, we get by, but we need to be better than that, and I think it's time Joel Matip probably moved on. He's been a fabulous servant for the club, really, really good, but we can't afford to have that sentiment. If you look at how things are panning out at the moment and the strength and depth that other teams are developing, we need to develop that strength and depth as well. So let's see what happens there. Thiago Alcantara, I think again to extend that would be a mistake. I think that's a real luxury situation there. The guy cannot stay fit, and even when he gets injured, the period of time it takes for him to come back off knocks is just too much for us to carry. And the situation is the way our midfield has developed now and stuff like that. Even if Thiago Alcantara is fit, does he go into the team? Probably not. Would he give you a really good option from the bench? Absolutely. But should we be extending that situation as well? I think we should move on from it and bring in more reinforcements. Costas is an interesting one as well. His form in the last 12 months has really dropped off, where we know there's issues sometimes tracking back and stuff like that. We know he's always been brilliant going forward with his delivery and his balls into the box, but they have somewhat came away as well. So now there's a kind of plateauing there for Costas Tsimikas. We know he's the backup for Andy Robinson, but is he giving Andy Robinson real competition there at the moment? I don't think so. When Robbo goes out of the team and Costas goes in, he doesn't really provide that competition that we need. and it's shown by the minute Robbo's available again, he's straight back into the team and Costas is out. So there's not that real competition there at left back that we really need. So that's my thoughts on some of those contract renewals at the moment. Let's look at the possible lineups at the moment. Liverpool at the moment, Alisson, Gomez probably in for Trent, who's probably not available. Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Jones, Salah, Gakpo, Jota. Interesting lineup there. I think we will see Darwin Núñez. I think we need to create that bit of chaos in there. But we know West Ham, they're quite strong at the back and stuff like that, so we might need Núñez to come in at some stage to really create that bit of chaos in there, to open it up a little bit. Big game for Gakpo today. Last couple of games, he hasn't really been hitting the stride that we want him. We've seen him getting hooked, getting that goal there last week and then getting taken off and stuff. So like, it's a real breakout for Gakpo as well. He needs to find his form sitting in that 9 position. For West Ham, Areola, Kufal, Zuma, Aguerd, Emerson. Emerson is a real threat as well. This boy likes to come forward and can deliver a ball. He's going to really need to be watched today. Ward-Prowse, Alvarez, Bowen, Kudus, Benrahma and Antonio. That's a really, really strong West Ham side. And this will be a real litmus test for us today to see how much we've progressed. And are we really going to find ourselves in a title race? This is one of those games that could come unstuck. But we're hoping with the record on Anfield, the heavy Anfield crowd in full voice and all that kind of stuff, and the boys will be buoyed as well, but we can't afford to start slow. We need to get stuck into these guys straight away, put a real good result on the board, get the 3 points today and move on, just to stay within City. And then let's see, with Rodri out of the picture for potentially 3 to 5 games, can City come a little bit unstuck and give people an opportunity to get in there? I know he's going to be missing at least for the Arsenal game, which is absolutely massive. We know Rodri in midfield, he's like 2 players, he pulls the strings there. He's probably City's best player, to be honest, even though they've Haaland and Alvarez and Foden. Foden's goal yesterday with unbelievable yesterday, that pullback from it's just incredible when you look at City and see the way they play. That first goal was exceptional. But let us know your thoughts on this. Let us know what's your predictions. I'm predicting a 3-1 Liverpool win. I think the bookies are favouring Liverpool heavily as well. But this is going to be a big test for us today and stuff like that. And what I want to see today again is, if things aren't going our way or things aren't working out, let's make the changes early again. If we want to change things at half time, let's change things at half time. Let's not mess around here, because this is a huge Premier League tie today. And we have to get the win. So important. So much danger around that West Ham side. They definitely have goals in them. And if we give up stuff early, it's going to be a real struggle. It's not going to be as easy a turnaround as we've seen in the last 4 or 5 games. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Let us know what you think. How difficult is it going to be? Let us know your prediction. Let us know what your starting lineup's going to be as well. The gaffer does have options, but let us know what does he go with. On the next time, folks, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification. Drop a like on the video. Share the content. Let's keep on growing this community. Cheers.